into the unforgiving streets. She shows immense moral strength and courage, despite her incredibly sharp tongue. She takes the girl in.
I just love Danya.
Yeah.
She grumbles and complains the whole time, but she has a heart of absolute gold.
She is the moral center of the book.
But the village elders are not so forgiving, are they?
Not even slightly. The village vultures circle immediately. Dadadin, Chinguri Singh, and the rest of the elites convene the panchayat, the village council. Now, we have to look closely at their motivation here.
This is not about morality.
It has nothing to do with morality. They are interested in profit and maintaining power. They formally declare that Hori has polluted the entire village by harboring an out-of-wedlock pregnant woman.
So they punish him.
They impose a severe financial fine.
Wait, they fine him for being a good person, for sheltering the mother of his own grandchild when no one else would.
Essentially, yes. They fine him 100 rupees. And remember, Hori has absolutely zero cash. He couldn't afford 8 rupees for a cow. The threat they hang over his head is Hukapani banned.
Total social boycott.
Social death. No one in the village will talk to him. No one will share water with his family. No one will invite them to weddings or funerals. He will be an outcast on his own land.
So to pay this massive 100 rupee fine, what does Hori have to do?
This is the cruelest irony in the entire novel. To pay the fine to the panchayat, which is led by Jinguri Singh, and Dadadin Hori has to borrow the money directly from Jinguri Singh and Dadadin.
That is just incredible. They fine him 100 rupees, then immediately lend him the 100 rupees to pay themselves, and then they charge him compound interest on that loan.
It is a perfectly closed loop of exploitation. He is forced to mortgage his house and his standing crops just to pay the fine. The economic blow is absolutely devastating.
He is literally paying for his own humanity with his family's livelihood.
He is now effectively working as a bonded laborer for the moneylenders on his own ancestral land.
It's infuriating to even think about. Now, while all this intense misery is unfolding in the dirt of the village, Premchand suddenly shifts the narrative. Part 5. The Urban Parallel. We go to the city of Lucknow.
Premchand uses this shift to create a really stark, uncomfortable contrast for the reader. In the city, we meet the educated elite.
A totally different world.
We meet Mr. Khanna, who is this wealthy industrialist and banker. He owns the local sugar mill. We meet Miss Malti, who is a very modern, England-educated doctor, often described in the text as a butterfly of high society. And we meet Professor Mehta, a university philosopher.
These characters seem like they're operating on a completely different planet compared to Hori and Danya.
They really are. Their concerns are entirely abstract. We get these long, drawn-out philosophical debates in drawing rooms between Mehta and Malti.
About society and gender.
Right. Mehta argues constantly about the ideal role of women. He highly idealizes the traditional Indian woman. He claims that a woman's true power lies in her capacity for sacrifice and selfless service, not in demanding voting rights or trying to mimic men in the workplace.
And Malti pushes back, right? She represents the modern independent woman. She wants equal rights. She wants independence.
Correct. But here is the brilliant, biting irony that Premchand is setting up for us.
The disconnect.
Exactly. While these wealthy, comfortable elites in Lucknow are debating sacrifice as this beautiful, abstract, philosophical concept while sipping tea and eating biscuits, back in the village, Danya and Chunia are actively living that sacrifice as a brutal, life-destroying reality.
Wow.
They're sacrificing their daily food, their personal dignity, their physical safety, just to survive another day. The city debates the beauty of suffering. The village actually endures it.
That is such a powerful thematic connection. The intellectuals romanticize the exact same suffering that the peasants are dying from. And then Gobar, the runaway son, walks right into this urban world.
Yes. Gobar arrives in Lucknow completely scared and totally naive. But he manages to find work. He starts working as a daily wage laborer and then eventually finds a niche for himself.
Yeah, and the city changes him.
Drastically. He starts seeing right through the hypocrisy of the upper classes. He sees that the rich are just as immoral and flawed as anyone back in the village. They just have the money to hide it behind the closed doors.
He works at Khanna's mill, doesn't he?
He does, and he watches the labor strikes at the sugar mill. He sees the raw mechanics of capitalism and power play out.
So he hardens up. He loses that village innocence.
He becomes very street smart. He starts earning actual cash money. He adopts a much more cynical, urban outlook on life. He realizes very quickly that dharma and respect don't pay the rent cash does. He completely sheds the submissiveness of the village peasant.
Which perfectly sets up part 6, the return of the son. Gobar decides to come back to the village. And he's got a lot of swagger now.
He returns about a year later, And visually, the contrast is striking. He is dressed like a gentleman, he has clean clothes, he's wearing shoes.
And he has cash in his pocket.
He has money. And the power dynamic in the village shifts almost instantly upon his arrival. He directly confronts the moneylenders.
Which I have to admit must have been so incredibly satisfying to read after all the abuse Hori took. Finally, someone punches back.
It is a huge release of tension. Gabar challenges Jinguri Singh and Data Din right to their faces in public. He sits down and does the math. He points out that an original loan of 30 rupees has somehow miraculously turned into 200 rupees over the years without any new borrowing.
He calls out their scam.
He calls out their predatory interest rates as straight-up theft. He flat out refuses to pay the unfair interest. He tells them, I will gladly pay back the principal amount my father borrowed, but I will not pay this daylight robbery you call interest.
Go Gabar. That is exactly what needed to happen.
Yeah.
But how does Hori react to this? You'd think he'd be so proud to see his son stand up for the family.
You really would think so. But this is where the tragedy of the generation gap hits hard. Hori is absolutely terrified by his son's behavior.
He can't handle the disrespect.
He tells Gobar, God has made these men great. We are small people. We must respect them. Hori simply cannot break free from his own mental chains. He truly believes that arguing with a Brahmin or a Thakur landlord is a mortal sin that will doom them all.
And Gobar just thinks his father's a fool.
Gobar thinks his father is a pathetic coward for being so completely subservient to men who are robbing him blind.
So they clash.
They clash very hard. Gobar openly